Hello and welcome to another Friday. I hope you've had a good week. We certainly have here, although the weather hasn't been too kind. I don't know what it's been like in the south of the county, but up here we've had an awful lot of rain, which I guess the farmers need. We had a terribly dry April, didn't we? But if you're anything like me, a bit of sunshine always cheers the spirits, and it's always nice to be outside. So let's hope for a little bit better weather later on in the month. But things are looking good, aren't they, generally? And next week we have another milestone as we get a little bit more freedom back, which will be great. A little bit more sense of normality and do some of the things that we used to take for granted, but now we're not able to. So that is great. I have one possible good bit of news for all our Come and Sing friends that John, our rector, and I were talking last week about when we might be able to restart Come and Sing, and we're thinking that if the government roadmap continues as it is and that things continue to improve, that cautiously we're hoping that we might be able to start Come and Sing Evensongs again at the start of September this year. That's going to be our aim. We're going to try and do that, but of course that is subject to change, and that's subject to still looking at a bit of distancing. We'd have to work out how we do that, but we're just hoping that maybe September will be a great time to welcome back all our friends to come and sing. And then I'm hoping, if we can do that, to put a program together over the coming months and invite various distinguished directors to come and lead the service for us, which is always good to get other people's takes on Evensong. So, good news, fingers crossed. So for my strange facts for this week, I've got 3 more stupid facts, might just amuse you for a moment or so, about 3 famous composers. Jean Sibelius, I don't know whether you love Sibelius's music, I certainly do, some of those wonderful symphonies. But Sibelius was a very notable bon viveur, and he used to love the drink Benedictine, the liqueur Benedictine, and he would drink it for days on end with his friends, sitting in a bar whilst discussing art and life. That's how he passed his days quite often when he wasn't composing. There we go. His wife wasn't too happy about that. I know that for a fact. Fauré used to work as a church organist quite a lot, and one day, much to his rector's disgust, he turned up one morning for morning service still wearing his evening dress, tie and tails, from the night before, and he was certainly a little bit worse for wear. And this came hard on the heels after a rebuke from the rector, because he kept popping out during the sermon and during the prayers on other services to have a cigarette. So there we go. Wrote all that beautiful music, but he didn't always toe the line. And finally, I read this about Handel the other day, that Handel used to like going out for supper. But Handel had a very large appetite, and apparently when he used to go to restaurants to eat, he would order enough food for at least 3 people. That was the only way that would satisfy him. So he was a bit of a greedy so there we go. 3 stupid facts about 3 very wonderful composers. www.swanageteam.com is the team website, and all the details of coming services for this week and other news, the rector's blog, are all on it. So I do encourage you to keep looking. The music list for May is on it as well, so get all the information you need about the Swanage team and all our churches and the activities that are going on at the moment. So do have a look. So for my recommendation for this week, of course, we have just had Ascension Day, so I guess it seemed rather sensible to suggest an Ascension Tide piece. I have to confess that I don't keep a record of all the pieces that I've recommended to you, and it's, well, I suppose I've been doing this now for almost 60 of these, so 60 pieces or so. So the piece I'm going to recommend today, I might have already recommended to you. I honestly can't remember, and I'm not going to look back through all the old rambles. But if I have, never mind. Not everyone will have heard it. And if you have heard it and remember, it's such a brilliant piece that it's worth hearing again, this Ascension Tide. And the piece is by Orlando Gibbons, and it is a setting of Psalm 47, "Oh, clap your hands together, all you people." It is just an extraordinary piece, 8-part unaccompanied piece. And as I say, it uses a text from Psalm 47. And the compositional techniques are superb. Gibbons was a wonderful, wonderful composer, a very prolific composer, wrote a lot of church music and also a lot of keyboard music particularly. He was born in Oxford, but he sang in the choir of King's College, Cambridge, and then he later studied at Cambridge, and then went on to Oxford afterwards. He became one of the musicians at the Chapel Royal, and later became a senior organist there, and was also organist at Westminster Abbey. So he didn't do badly one way or another. Anyway, it's reputed that he wrote "Oh Clap Your Hands," and it was first performed, he wrote it, for his doctorate at Oxford. And it's reputed, I think I'm right in saying, that its first performance was given when he was presented with his doctorate, in fact. And certainly the examiners, if he used it as one of his doctoral pieces, the examiners would be very impressed, because it is an absolutely wonderful, wonderful piece. And I've given you a link to the music so you can follow the music, and I'm suggesting that you watch a YouTube clip of Voces 8 singing it, so just 1, 2 apart. Voces 8 are just amazing, and this performance of "Oh Clap Your Hands," I've had to watch it 2 or 3 times, because the blend and the sensitivity and the understanding of the singers is just quite extraordinary, and it really brings it to life, and just the expressions on their face, their communication skills are too absolutely amazing. So I hope that you enjoy that. It's quite an extraordinary piece indeed. So Ascension Tide, Happy Ascension Tide, "Oh Clap Your Hands Together" by Gibbons. So I should go over there. I'm without the dog today. Oh no, he's here. And we'll do a little bit of singing. Right, sitting up straight or standing up straight, nice and relaxed, shoulders down. Let's just take a couple of deep breaths. That's good. A bit of a frog in the throat today. So let's just do our weekly siren. Maybe you do a daily siren. Good. Let's start in B flat, and we do the ya, 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 ya. Let that jaw relax, no tension at all, and stretch it. Ya. Here we go. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. Ya, 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 ya. A bit louder. Ya, 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 ya. 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 Good, very good. And you remember this descending scale to Tony. Tony, 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 Tony. Try that. Tony, 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 Tony. 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 Good. And let's finish with our favourite. A, R, A, 1, 2, 3. A, R, E, A, R, E. Good, did you get up there? Right to the top. That was top A, not too bad. Good. Anyway, I hope that was useful and helpful. Keep you in a little bit of vocal good nick. So I hope that you have a good week. I will see some of you this evening. And the rest of you, I hope that it won't be too long. And certainly I hope that by September we can be all making music again together. So fingers crossed. But until then, stay safe, have fun.